Rich versus poor. Have you ever wondered why two people can earn the same paycheck but end up with completely different lives? One builds wealth, the other stays stuck. The difference usually isn't luck, it isn't intelligence, and most of the time it isn't even income. It's the small decisions that happen every single day. Imagine two friends who both earn the same salary. Every payday, one person immediately spends money to look successful. A newer phone, expensive clothes, frequent takeout, and monthly subscriptions they barely use. The other person also enjoys life, but before spending anything, they save and invest a portion of every paycheck. They think about tomorrow before thinking about today. At first, their lives look almost identical. A year later, the difference is small. 5 years later, it's obvious. 10 years later, people call one of them lucky. But luck had very little to do with it. This is one of the biggest differences between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. A poor mindset asks, "What can I buy today?" A wealthy mindset asks, "What can this money become if I leave it alone?" Rich people understand that money can work just as hard as they do. Poor people often believe that earning more money is the only solution. But if spending rises every time income rises, nothing really changes. Another major difference is how each group sees assets and liabilities. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket or grows in value over time. A liability is something that continuously takes money out of your pocket. Many people work hard to buy liabilities that look like assets. A luxury car with expensive payments, designer items bought on credit, the newest gadgets every year. These things may create the appearance of wealth, but appearances don't pay bills. Real wealth is often much quieter. It looks like consistent investing, emergency savings, learning valuable skills, owning businesses or investments that generate income while you sleep. Rich people also understand delayed gratification. They don't need every reward today. They're willing to sacrifice a little comfort now to create much greater freedom later. That doesn't mean they never enjoy life. It means they choose their rewards carefully. Poor financial habits often come from emotional spending, stress, boredom, comparison. Social media constantly tells us we're falling behind. It convinces people to buy things they don't actually need just to impress people who probably aren't paying attention. Wealthy people learn to separate emotions from financial decisions. Before making a purchase, they ask simple questions. Will this improve my life? Can I comfortably afford it? Will it still matter a year from now? Those questions alone can prevent thousands of dollars of unnecessary spending. Another powerful difference is education. Poor mindsets often stop learning after school. Rich mindsets never stop. They read books, listen to podcasts, learn new skills, study successful people, because they understand that knowledge often creates opportunities that money alone cannot buy. Perhaps the biggest difference is ownership. Most people spend their entire lives working for money. Wealthy people eventually focus on owning things that produce money, businesses, investments, real estate, intellectual property, systems that continue producing value even when they're not actively working. That's when income becomes less dependent on hours worked. None of this happens overnight. Every wealthy person starts somewhere, usually with small decisions repeated consistently over many years, saving a little more, learning a little more, spending a little less, investing a little earlier. These habits don't look impressive on a daily basis, but time quietly multiplies them. The truth is, becoming wealthy isn't about pretending to be rich. It's about building a financial life that becomes stronger every single year. Your income matters, but your habits matter even more. The gap between rich and poor often begins long before the bank account shows it. It starts with daily choices. The good news is that habits can change, and when your habits change, your future often changes with them. The question isn't whether you're rich or poor today. The real question is this: which habits are you building that your future self will thank you